Let's see one more time. Sorry, y'all. I got a error message on my. Oh, hey, y'all. Sorry, man. Had an error message on my YouTube live stream. I'm streaming on YouTube also for everybody watching. Had an error message on there. I think it's good. Yeah, Bambi, you are the first one in here. Just doing a top water fly, everybody. What's up, Liam? Man, I have not done it yet. I got to figure out how to do that. So everybody watching on TikTok, I'm streaming on YouTube also. That's where I got the most subscribers. So I'm talking to YouTube and streaming on TikTok at the same time. Little top water. Little top water shrimpy looking little fly. Thank y'all for watching, everybody that's watching. Where's my... I'm just going to knock out some top water flies real quick. And then I'll move on to some different stuff. These top water flies, you can tie up a lot of them really fast. And this time of year, they work great. Just a quick, easy little topwater fly, y'all. Kind of shrimpy looking. So, let me turn that down a little bit. So it's just like a topwater lure. This right here is going to catch water whenever you're stripping it and shoot water in front of the fly and just floats on top of the water. So, a little topwater fly. We'll knock out some more. I got about 3. I'm gonna do probably another brown one, and I'm gonna do a couple in a like a chartreuse. We'll see. Just knocking out some quick flies, y'all. Something is up with my YouTube. Send one stream to the primary. Just I don't know what's up with my YouTube stream. Something is up with my YouTube stream, but I don't know what's going on with it. I got stuff. I just started tying flies. I just pulled all this stuff out and I already got stuff laying all over my desk. I'll just leave on this. Nah. Go off there. I've got so much chenille, it don't even matter. I've got literally an entire box of chenille. Every kind of color and multiple of every kind of color. I just put the chenille over the hook. It's kind of like color, you know. Just to put some color on the hook. Then I'm going to throw a brown saddle hackle on there, a brown feather. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. What's up, Ewas? Hey, Leo. Apparently, my YouTube stream looks fine, but it's giving me an error message, but that's just something on YouTube saying poor quality or something, but I don't know. That's just what it says. Alright, let's throw I'm just using crafting fur right here to put like a little tail section on here. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated from worrying about how my stream looks on my YouTube. Alright. I'm going to throw some gold flashing on there. Just a little gold flashing. I know I'm flying through this fly really quick. All right. I'm gonna put a feather, run it up the fly to give it some body. Uh, yeah, yeah, Liam. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna I'm gonna tie I'm gonna tie for a while. These topwater flies don't have to be all perfect looking because it's more the action and the splash that's gonna get the fish's attention anyway. All right, now just run this kind of back down through here, and then we'll add the body, the floaty part. Slayed the rainbows today. 8 on a tiny size 1 spoon and 3 drowning a worm. What? I thought y'all fly fishing people are strictly against. Oh, you using a spinning rod, I guess. I actually picked up a last minute trip, so tomorrow I got a charter. So I'll try to film. I'll try to film tomorrow the charter because I'm kind of out of footage. I need some more stuff to edit. So, all right, just another quick little topwater fly, y'all. Quick, easy little topwater fly. There you go, YouTube. Well, whenever you can, Ewas, come to Louisiana, man. All right, let's knock out. I got two more of those tan bodies right here, so I might as well knock out a couple more of those. Where to put my hooks? Man, I know if y'all tie flies, you know exactly what I mean. As soon as you start tying, man, crap laying everywhere. I'll clean it up when I get done, but next time I tie, it'll be stuff laying everywhere again. All right. Let's see. All right, where's my chenille? Alright, so we'll just get the chenille started on there real quick. And I'm just going to run it by hand down the hook. Like I said, it's more of just a color thing. Just add some color, a little bit of shine, but mostly just some color. Alright, and then I'm just kind of run this down and then tie off the chenille. It don't have to be perfect, like I said. Top water fly. It's mostly going to be the popping action. It's going to get the fish. All right, we'll add some crafting fur. Do I think striped bass would hit top? Shoot, yeah, striped bass would hit a top water fly, especially if they're up schooling. Probably snatch the fly rod out of your hand. Yeah, if you can catch the stripers schooling, man, they will eat the heck out of a top water fly. Man, I haven't striper fished in a long time. Golly, it's been a long time. Since I'm always down here in Louisiana guiding. Add a little bit of shiny to the hiney right there. Probably could have went with a little bit more shiny, but it'll be alright. Okay. Feather. Well, redfish rarely hit top water. Yes, they will. Especially if you find a school of them. You know, if you see 4 or 5, which I catch them in singles all the time on top water, but it's just like anything else. If you find a school of them, they're going to really hit top water really good. But yeah, I catch them in singles also. But if you get lucky and come across a school of them and sling a top water out there, they will eat it. They will eat it like a Dairy Queen Blizzard, man. All right, go ahead and run this up the hook. I said, just kind of add some body. Alrighty, now we will put the floaty part on there. Thank y'all for watching, everybody, both on TikTok and YouTube. This is only my 3rd time streaming on TikTok, y'all. I'm only stream on YouTube. Alright, now we'll tie it off. I'm going to call stripers on spinning gear, not a fly rod yet. It is definitely doable. Alright, throw some glue over the thread. Throw some glue over it real quick. Keep your thread from coming undone. Hit it with an ultraviolet light. I might just swap my battery on my light. It's getting kind of dull on me. Alright. Another one down. It don't take long to tie these. This is the third one we've tied in just how long have I been streaming? Just a little bit. That's the third one we tied right there, y'all. So just a little top water fly. We'll do one more like this, and then we'll tie some chartreuse ones. Let me swap my battery out, y'all. Swap the battery on my flashlight real quick. These are rechargeable, those lithium ion rechargeable batteries. One battery lasts me, golly, forever before I ever swap it out. All right, here we go. Let's do one more of those, y'all, and then we'll do some. We'll swap it up and do some little like chartreuse and white. Thank y'all for watching, everybody that is watching. Alright, we'll wrap some chenille down it. Once again, I do this just for color, mostly, just to add some color. We'll just kind of run this down and then tie the chenille off. Alright, now we'll add our little bit of tail coming off there with some crafting fur. You can use deer hair, you can use whatever, but I'm just using this crafting fur right here. Alright, I'm going to add some golden shiny to that hiney right there with some gold flashing. If you want to make it real shrimpy, you can add eyeballs to it. We didn't do these on the other ones, but we can add a set of eyeballs just for the heck of it. The fish aren't really going to see them, but you know, it looks cool anyway. So you can take some of these easy eyes right here. I usually flip them upside down, flip the hook upside down, and run the. It has a V on the eye, so I just run the V in the hook like that. You know, I split the eyes with the hook, and then just tie them off like that. And what I always do, I always take a little bit of the glue and throw over right there wherever we just over that where you tie those down. Hit it with the UV light, which should be brighter now. Yes, brighter now. All right. After that, we'll go ahead and put our feather on there, a little piece of saddle hackle. We'll go hackle with some saddles. So we'll throw a piece of saddle hackle on there to add some body to it. And then we'll add a little flotation part, and that'll be it on this fly. And then we will swap over and do like some little chartreuse and white. You can make topwater flies and like any. Oh, what's up, Laugh Out Loud puppets? Bambi Clouds are still here. And if you're wondering on TikTok who I'm talking to, I got thousands of subscribers on YouTube, so I'm streaming on YouTube also. Everybody on TikTok. So if you're watching on TikTok and you want to see, I've got over 700 videos, fishing videos on my channel. It's not just me tying flies. So if y'all want to go to my YouTube channel, it's Louisiana on the Fly on YouTube. So Louisiana on the Fly, I got over 700 fishing videos over there, y'all. It's not just me tying flies. That would get pretty boring if it was just me tying flies. Alright, we'll tie this down, and then we will add our flotation. Since this is a topwater fly, this is what the flotation looks like. It's just a piece of foam. It's cut into the shape of like a shrimp. Tying up some gift bag minnows. Thought I'd tune in and see what the captain's tying. Oh, thank you, Laugh Out Loud. Thank you. We're just doing some quick topwater flies for now. I might swap it up in a little bit. All right. Tie this one off. We'll be done with this one, then we'll do some different ones, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, everybody that's watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or TikTok. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, y'all. If y'all hit the like button, it would help me out a lot because it'll send it out. It will send it out to more people. I just dropped one of my tools on the floor. Alright, now we just got to throw some glue over the thread right here. And then we will tie a little bit different. For the next ones, we're actually going to cut our foam. We're going to use the scissors and cut the foam. Oh, what's up, Owen? Alright, y'all. So that is just another little shrimp fly right here. Again, this part right here catches the water when you're stripping it through the water. So it's going to shoot water in front of the fly. And that's it. We tied 4 of those up. Let's tie some more real quick. So we're gonna change it up and do some chartreuse and like some chartreuse and white. All right, on these we're gonna cut the foam ourselves. I will explain to y'all how to do that. So what is this? Is this is 2mm. All right, so this is 2mm foam. It's the hairline foam right here. 2mm. 3 payments. No, just kidding. All right, so we're gonna cut the foam into the shape of a paddle. So I just cut the foam into the shape of a paddle. So one end is going to be thin, and then we're going to thicken it up towards the other end. It does not have to look perfect by no means. So we just kind of cut it into the shape of a paddle right there. So that's our foam part. All right. Throw a hook on here. These are the Umpqua, by the way. These are the Umpqua, the 2-aught beast hooks. I think they're, what are they called? Yeah, they're the beast hooks. 2-aught. They're just a straight hook. I use them also for tying like bait fish looking flies because they're straight. They just tie good for that. So I should have. Yep. These flies I tie a little bit different, y'all. These are gonna be tied a little different than the other ones. I'm just kind of looking at my measurements real quick. All right, we're gonna start off with the tail section first. I'm just gonna throw some chartreuse. I'm almost out of this chartreuse, by the way. But I'm gonna throw some chartreuse crafting fur on there for the tail. No, I'm good, Owen. Let's see. Yeah, I know y'all don't have anything like that up in Canada, man. You got to get down here. I have clients from Canada all the time. I think I got some chartreuse thread right here. Not that it honestly, it really don't even matter. You know what? I'm just gonna stay with the brown. It don't even matter, y'all. Does not matter at all. The fish will never see it. So I'm just gonna put a little thread base right here. Shout out Dave 504 base. And then go ahead and add our little tail section right here. Something I forgot to do, but I'll do it next. It's not a big deal. I forgot to put my chenille on there, but I can add that right now. Now I got fly tying supplies flying all over the place and landing all up in my face, all on my nose. We're going to go ahead and add a piece of chartreuse chenille on here. Since I forgot. I'm not perfect. There was only one perfect person. He hadn't been around in a couple thousand years. So go ahead and add this chartreuse chenille down through here. All right, now we're going to add some shiny to the hiney. I'm going to use some chartreuse. Thank y'all for watching, everybody that's watching, both on TikTok. I did not see it, Owen. I'll go check it out, though. Do you comb out your craft fur to get rid of all the undercoat? I do. You've probably seen me do it on some of my regular flies, but on these topwater flies, I don't worry about it too much. These topwater flies, I figure they're mostly going for the action. So on the topwater flies, I don't worry about it as much. I don't have much of this chartreuse on this one left, so I'm using this one. I got like 2 more things of brand new chartreuse, but I'm just trying to get rid of this. So I'm just going to pull the chartreuse I got off of this little bit first, trying to get rid of it. All right, now we'll add our we cut our foam right here into the shape of a paddle. We're going to add that now. So the reason I got a thin part right here and a thick part right here. The thin part we're going to lay on top of the fly like this, on top of the hook, and this is going to bend over. It's going to bend over the hook and then wind back up front. So we'll go ahead and tie this on. Y'all, I almost forgot an important detail. I can't believe I did that. I'm sitting there trying to go fast and I almost forgot to add my saddle hackle. It's not a big deal. I caught myself. Sitting there going too fast. Oh, thank you, Laugh Out Loud. Thank you. I like this music right here, y'all. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I cannot believe I almost forgot my saddle hackle. I probably could have left it off this fly and it don't really matter, but we'll put it on there anyway. All right, we saved it. All right, now we'll flip this over, and we're going to tie our. You want to make sure you tie this right here, so you want to leave enough lip in there for it to catch water. So just like that. Now we'll tie it off or throw our glue over our thread, and we'll tie another one. Oh, see you later, Owen. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'm sitting here tying, so involved in my tying, I don't see the chat. All right. Just a little top water fly right there, y'all. A little white chartreuse action going on. Again, this right here, obviously this floats. This is going to catch water when you're stripping it through and shoot water out front. Shoot water out front of the fly. All right, let's tie some more. And hopefully I'll remember all the steps this time in order. That's a different hook. I had a different hook mixed in with that package. Alright, throw our chenille on there. If I can find where I laid it. There it is. Cut off some chenille. Wrap our chenille just to add some color. Run this down. Tie off our chenille. Do I have to strip those really fast? No. You pop it like a top water. I mean, I say pop it like a top water. When you're stripping, you strip and jerk, so it makes the fly, spit water. It's just like working a top water. All right, we're gonna put our. Golly, I'm almost out of chartreuse crafting fur. See if I got enough on here to use. Yeah, I got some right here. All right, we'll put our little chartreuse crafting fur tail on there. All right, we'll throw some chartreuse flashing on there. I'll try. Laugh out loud. If I get some on camera, I'll try to get some on camera tomorrow. If we catch some on these top water flies, I'll try to get on camera so you can see. I got one little short piece of flashing right there I was trying to get rid of. Be alright. I know my thread color don't match. Everybody watching, I'm not too concerned with it. It's a top water fly. It don't really matter. All right, we're gonna grab one of these chartreuse feathers. So we can saddle that hackle. All right. All right, now let's cut our foam and throw our foam on there. We're just gonna use this little piece. This will work right here. So again, we're cutting this kind of in the shape of a paddle. This right here does not have to be perfect at all. Like this does not look perfect, but it matters not. As long as it's floating on top of the water. Oops. All right, we'll tie this one off, glue it, and then move on. We'll do some, probably do some regular flies next. I was just trying to knock out a few top waters to add to the arsenal. Let's see. Alright, throw some glue over the thread. Thank you, G-Bro. Yeah, laugh out loud. I mean, as long as you don't do something too crazy, it really don't matter. All right. Another quick little topwater fly. Again, this right here, when you strip it, is going to catch water, shoot water out in front of the fly. And that's about it. All right, let's tie some regular flies. It'll take me just a second to swap everything over. Take me just a couple of seconds to swap over, and we'll get all this other all this other stuff off my desk, and I'll grab and we'll tie something else. Taking the stuff off here I don't need, and grab some stuff I do need. All right, we're going to use different hooks on this next fly. These next flies are going to be not topwater flies. All right, what do I want to tie? I think I'm just going to knock out some Hopedale crabs, y'all. Quick and easy. Let me grab the material for that. Just do some quick, easy Hopedale crabs. I'm just trying to think of what color I want to do on it. Let's do that. All right. Everybody, I'm just swapping out material. Give me just a second, swap out material, and we're going to tie some Hopedale crab, which is one of my favorite flies. It's probably, like I said, the Hopedale crab, I've told this to my clients and my people watching. It's probably my all-time fish catching this color. There it is. I knew I had to open. I was looking for an open pack of material I had. I found it. All right, I need that. I need that. Okay, 2 more things. I'm ready. We need that. 1 more thing. All right, that's it. I got my magic marker. I need my magic marker. All right, y'all. Let's knock out some Hopedale crabs. Just grabbing some flashing right here that I need. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, y'all, sorry. It takes a second to swap out material, swapping from one fly to the next. Alright, I'm going to tie some Hopedale crabs. This is probably the most fish catching this color and pattern or whatever. That it's a very simple pattern, but probably the most fish catching this color and pattern that me and my clients use. Alright, let's knock it out. Knock some of these out. So we'll just start off with a thread base right here. Put the eyes on. Oh, what's up, David? Sorry, man. I was swapping out material. I just saw you. The long arm or the crawl? What's up, Traveler? David? I wasn't planning on tying the long arm or the crawl, but that is one of my really good flies I like to tie. But let's grab some lead eyes. So we're gonna throw some lead eyes on this one, y'all. Got some right here. I wish I had some more gold eyes left. You know what? I got some right here. These are a little light. We'll tie two different versions. I'm gonna start off with a lightweight version, which is really good in the spring because when you get that grass, some of those places back in the marsh, you got grass back in the marsh, you can throw a lighter fly and pull it over that grass a lot easier. So we'll start off with a little bit lighter fly. I still got lead eyes on here. These are just really lightweight lead eyes. So we'll start off with that. All right. Just do our cross wraps on our lead eye real quick. And then go ahead and do our little circle wraps I like to do. And then we'll go ahead and run our thread base down the hook. Throw some glue over the eyes. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, thank you. Throw some glue over the eyes right here. If you're watching on TikTok, y'all, I'm also streaming on my YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, everybody's always chatting and talking and having a lot of fun on there. So if you're watching on TikTok and you want to watch on my YouTube channel, it's Louisiana on the Fly on YouTube. And I've also got over 700 fishing videos over there. Besides the little 1 minute long videos on TikTok. What's up, bait? Alright, we're going to throw an olive colored deer tail on here. So what you're going to want to do is lay the entire tail on there. It's kind of tricky. I'm just kidding. We're going to take off and cut a section off the olive colored deer tail. You can also use crafting fur, whichever one you want to use right here. But I'm going to throw olive colored deer tail on there. When I first wrap this, I'm going to wrap it loose. Because if you wrap it tight right off the bat, this part right in here is going to flare out. So I wrap it loose to start, and then I go back and wrap it tight. like that. Now I like throwing some black stripes on there. With the magic marker. All right. Now I'm gonna throw two different colors of shiny on that hiney. We're gonna put some olive colored flashing on there first. So we're gonna throw some olive colored flashing on there. All right, now we're gonna add a little bit of gold flashing. You can't go wrong with gold. Shiny on the hiney. That's right, G-Bro. Put that shiny on there, man. All right. Now we're gonna add some body to the fly. Oh, I'm sorry. I almost forgot the crazy legs. So I'm gonna add some crazy legs on there. Just gonna take a couple of them, pop two off here. Which, if you don't fly fish, same thing as spinnerbait skirt. Same thing. And I want the blue to be on the outside. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna double these over. I'm gonna double them over. And then I don't need the entire thing to be that long. So I'm gonna cut just like that. All right. Now we'll add some body to the fly. So this is 1.5 inch minnow head brush. I'm just going to cut this section right here in half, and hopefully that'll be big enough. That's what she said. Um, all right, now we'll go ahead and wrap this. That one probably wasn't, that piece wasn't probably quite long enough. That's what she said, but I'm going to make it work anyway. That's what he said. You like that, G bro? Throw some Michael Scott in there, man. Give him a little haircut. All right, now we're gonna put our. You were asking about brushing earlier. Take our little toothbrush if you want and kind of brush that backwards. Don't really matter. I mean, as soon as you use it the first time in the water, it's gonna get all wet stuff anyway. All right, now we're gonna add our wrap to it, and this is what really makes this fly stand out and makes it look really good in the water. So just cut off a few inches of that. And then we're going to wrap this up. Wrap it up, B. So it's going to wrap it up. This wrapping on the front right here, like I said, it's really what makes the fly stand out. It looks great going through the water. The fish seem to like it a whole lot. All right, let's tie this one off. Tie this one off, throw some glue on there, and then we'll tie another one. Only 283 views so far on YouTube. That is very low, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Tie flies to get 200 something people watching him at one time. But he ties all those super fancy little trout flies stuff. They're a lot more complicated than this stuff. Alright, y'all. Just a quick, easy, kind of like a little Hopedale crab pattern. We'll do another one. Alright, let's knock out another one. We may tie 2 more flies, y'all. Maybe this one and one more. Thank y'all for watching. Everybody that's watching both on YouTube and TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, I'd really love for y'all to go to my YouTube channel, which is Louisiana on the Fly, and check it out. Got over 700 videos over there. And most of them are fishing videos. Looks fish-tastic. Thank you, Laugh Out Loud. That's hilarious. Looks fish-tastic. So right now I'm just getting the line up correct on there. You kind of want the eyes 90 degrees with the hook as much as possible. Don't have to be perfect, but as long as it looks cool. Looking cool is half the battle. All right, that'll be good. Do our little helicopter circle wraps. All right, now we'll go ahead and run it down the hook. Add some glue to the eyes. Let me swap up the music real quick, y'all. Hold on just a second. We got nowhere to be. Just as slow as with the summer. Hit that with ultraviolet light. The world outside can't wait a few. Oh, y'all, I didn't even realize my microphone was not facing me all the way. I hope that didn't sound too terrible. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds. Your hands are tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head on me. All right. Let me fix my mic, y'all. There we go. My mic had cut loose. All right, deer tail, olive color. Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall where it lies. Coffee is cold, but we take a sip. Talk about nothing. Let the morning slip. Oh, it feels like that. Start off wrapping it loose, then wrap it tight like Andre 3000. Alright, where's my black magic marker? There it is. Oh, it did sound good, Ewas? Okay. It was kind of facing away a little bit. And, it's one of those streaming mics made for streaming, so I was just trying to make sure it's still sounding right. Alright, we're going to throw some black stripes on here. Alright, now we're going to throw that shiny on that honey. We will do the olive first. It don't really matter what color you do first. That's what she said. All right. Throw some olive on there. My air just kicked in, thank goodness. Y'all have a light right here. It's off camera, but it's shining. It's like a little LED shining right here. And it makes it freaking hot. I'll be burning up over here doing these while time flies. All right, now we'll tie some, or not tie. We'll throw some golden on there. All right. Now we're gonna throw some crazy legs on there, y'all. Same thing as basically spinnerbait skirt for all y'all bass fishing folks out there. Yesterday we hit 90. Today was 48. That is crazy, man. I think it was in the high 70s today. I think tomorrow is supposed to be 81. I don't know. I'm not even gonna wear. I'm just gonna wear a fishing shirt tomorrow. I'm not planning on wearing a jacket or anything. It might be a little chilly on the run out, but I doubt it. I'm not planning on going very far tomorrow to start off with. There's an area back in the marsh that I like to fish in the spring. I hadn't even checked it yet, but usually in the springtime, it gets grass back in there because it's kind of brackish. And you'll get some grass and stuff. You'll get some grass and stuff on the bottom, but usually in the spring, it loads up with redfish pretty good back in there. So I'm gonna start off in there tomorrow and see if those fish are there, and go from there. If I have to, I'll run out towards the Gulf and there's probably gonna be clean water out the Gulf. But if I don't have to, I'm not gonna run out to the Gulf. This was just a last minute trip I picked up today. You're 0 in Ontario. Golly, man. Well, come down here, laugh out loud. Book a trip, man. Come on. Come out here in this 80-degree weather and catch some redfish. All right. Let's throw my wrapping on there. Let's see. Washington has never actually got a winter, kind of stayed fall. Wow. Yeah, of course there's rain in Washington, though. Jeez. That's like what it's known for. All right. see. All right, I'll see you later, you watch. Thank you, man. Thank you for watching. Yes, sir. I will see you next time. If you are watching on TikTok, I'm also streaming on YouTube. You ought to go join YouTube, y'all. I mean, join the YouTube chat. Seems like everybody's a lot more everybody's always a lot more active on YouTube over there, chatting and having fun and stuff. Yep, that's right, G bro. And sometimes it'll be full of people on there. I don't know. Tonight, there's just not a lot of people watching. All right, y'all. I'm going to knock out one more, mostly because I've only got one more of these little gold eyes, and I got one more hook in this pack, which I got more, but I'm gonna knock out one more, and that'll be it, y'all. By the way, this is the Gamakatsu's the SL11 3. It's a 3-aught, but it's a tarpon hook. It's a tarpon hook. It is super strong. Like, I cannot bend this hook. It's super strong, but of course it's a Gamakatsu, so it's super sharp. All right, so we'll knock out one more. All these flies I made tonight, I'll probably just end up selling all these. There's a fly fishing festival coming up May 1st and 2nd in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So I'll have a table there selling flies and booking trips and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Sounds good, Laugh Out Loud. I will check it out, man. All right, let's put our glue on here. Am I getting low on glue? I got a bunch of brand new glue, but this one might be getting low. I don't know. All right. All right. Grab my deer tail, olive color. Some nights, if you're watching, and my regular viewers know this, I'll swap it up and tie a few different flies in one night, which we've done 3 different flies tonight. We tied 2 different two different styles of top water fly. And now we're just finishing up with this Hopedale crab, but it may seem, I guess, boring probably to see me tie the same thing over and over. Um, it's just when I pull all this material out and start tying, it's just kind of a pain to tie one fly and then have to put all that material up and grab some other material. So I try to tie a few of the same thing when I pull material out because it's just too much of a hassle swapping out material every time. All right. Get our olive colored flashing right here. That's only a few strands. I probably could have went with a few more, but I'm going to throw some gold on there too. All right, now we'll throw some gold flashing on there. Oh. 2 weeks ago, I bought some UV resin at our local craft store. It was $8. Then yesterday, I went there to buy some more. Oh yeah, they didn't put the price up on you. You know how it is, man. Anytime there's any kind of anything going on, stores are going to use that to excuse to drive prices up. I mean, look at gas prices. We've got a ton of our own oil and gas here in America, and they're still going to put gas prices up just to be a pain in the booty. All right, throw some crazy legs on there. Then we'll add some body, add the wrap around the front. And that'll be about that. All right. Let's add some 1.5-inch minnow head brush. I thought I had another little short piece right here, but maybe I don't. I'm gonna make this one a little bit longer. That's what he said. Let's see. Speaking of gas, I have to put gas in the boat tomorrow morning. Because last time I fished in my skiff, it was in Venice, Louisiana. And I ran all over the place trying to find clean water. So I burned a lot of gas that day. So tomorrow morning, got to fill the tank up in the boat. I love that color of that minnow head brush. I think it's called, I don't even think I have the original package for it. But I think it's called, is it Backwater or something like that? I can't even think of it right now. But the color on this minnow head brush is like, it's got some olive, it's got a little bit of blue, like a little orange or copper color in it. It's just very natural looking. And I use it for a few different flies that I tie, so I like it a lot. That's right, G-Bro. Alright, let's throw our flash, or not flashing, was kind of our flashing. Throw our, I thought I just had a piece of this. I got so much junk all over my desk. We'll just cut a couple inches this time. We'll wrap our wrap around this thing, tie it off, and that'll be it, y'all. When you wrap this, you want to try to keep this stuff pushed back towards the back of the fly as much as possible. It's not going to be perfect all the time, obviously. We'll cut off some of these spares. Not that it matters at all. I still haven't had a redfish like swim up. Whoops! I cut my thread. I haven't had a redfish swim up to the fly yet, and like pull out its little miniature James Webb telescope and inspect the fly and make sure it's perfect before he eats it. They normally just smoke it as soon as you pull it in front of them, but you know, if you want to make it look cool for all the fly fishing dudes out there, you can cut off every little spare little hair hanging off of it. Alright, throw some glue on there. Then hit it with the UV light, and that'll be the end of tonight's live stream, y'all. We did, let's see, we tied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we tied like 8 flies tonight, y'all, which is a pretty good bit. Alright, y'all. So that's going to be it for tonight. That's going to be the last one. We tied, I think, 3 of these little Hopedale crab, which is my favorite overall color that me and my clients throw right there. We tied 3 of those. We tied 2 of the chartreuse and white topwater flies. We tied 2 of those. And then we tied 4 of these right here, which is like a little shrimpy. a little shrimpy pattern topwater fly. And we tied 4 of those. So yeah, 4, 7, 8, 9. So I guess we tied like 9 flies tonight. So, but anyway, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Everybody on YouTube. Oh, thank you, G Bro. Thank you, Bait. Everybody that's still watching on YouTube over there. And I guess that's gonna be it. Thank y'all, TikTok. That was my 3rd live stream ever on TikTok. But thank y'all for watching, everybody. And that's it. I got a last minute fly fishing charter tomorrow, so I'll try to film it all. But thank y'all for watching, everybody.